Welcome to another Turner's Tales. I've come up to the Flamingo aviary with some major exciting news. Lauren, what's going on?
Our flamingos have been pretty busy this year. We've had our best year yet for breeding. So in our flock at the minute there's 86 adults and now 21 chicks.
And we think that's a record, isn't it?
Definitely for us by a mile, to be honest, yeah. So they've done amazingly.
Now we think also that may have been because last year we obviously lost the netting, we lost the poles in the heavy snow, and that year they didn't breed at all.
They didn't, no, they were really upset. They had to be shut in the house while the work was carried out, and once we let them out, they were really upset. They didn't want to do it. They just hunkered down together and stayed together as a group, but no one was interested in breeding. And this year, the nice weather came and we thought they're not going to do it, they don't look interested, and then suddenly they just all went crazy, and nearly all the females that are of the right age have all laid an egg this year.
21 chicks, that's amazing.
It's incredible. It's by far the most we've ever had. So yeah, we are pretty chuffed.
And the feeds are special, because that's what people ask me, you know, where do they get the colour from? And it's a special, we don't obviously do the shrimp and the prawns too, but we have special food for them, don't we?
Yeah, I mean in the wild the amount that we would need to feed them we would never be able to replicate here. So this pellet is designed to give them all the nutritional value they need, and it mimics the way they would feed as well, with their heads down in the water feeding and filtering. And it actually has the carotenoids in it to help them have that nice pink colour that everyone knows them for.
Yeah. So obviously you can see their troughs have been cleaned out, fresh water, and literally just sprinkle that.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Seed into the water,
yep.
Which turns to sort of a mushy thing.
It does, yeah.
And then
they're able to get it
down and filter it all out, as you can see them coming over now. And that just gives them the colour which they get normally in the wild.
It does, yeah.
The shrimp and the other one.
Yeah, so in the wild, when the krill is abundant, that's when it would then start the breeding season, because they would naturally become a bit brighter. It means there's a lot of food available, so it's a good time to have babies.
Because once they've hatched out and they get together, the little ones stay in their little group. I've seen this morning that mum's gone over and feed them and drops the little liquid out of the beak into the little chicks, and they're all down there.
Yeah, so both of the parents will actually feed the chick, so it's kind of 50-50 on mum and dad. They're both able to make this crop milk, which they use from the feed we give them. They'll produce this crop milk, which is really high in fat and protein. It's the best thing for them, but it's actually bright red, so when it comes out of their mouth when they're regurgitating, it doesn't look great, but it's the best thing for these chicks. And yeah, so they'll both take a share.
You can see the little fluffy balls at the minute, but obviously in months and weeks they'll change, won't they?
Yeah, everyone always says that doesn't look anything like a flamingo. It doesn't look like it belongs to that bird. But yeah, they're born this tiny little fluffy ball of grey fluff with a straight beak, and they'll keep that fluffy feathers for maybe a month or two, and then after a few months they'll lose the fluffy feathers and they'll gain their kind of teenage feathers, which are grey, but they are waterproof. So they're the same type of feather as the pink ones, but they're just the grey in colour. And then, yeah, about 2 or 3 years until they get the pink feathers. They have to eat a lot of the diet, and that carotenoid will build up in their system. And then every time they have a feather molt, they'll grow back a little bit pinker. So now is actually the best time to spot them, because they are getting a bit more adventurous. They're going away from the nest site. So yeah, best time to see them is now.
Well, that's it from another Turner's Tales. But just remember, if you want to come and see the flamingos, it's just before the monkey jungle, and obviously with the chicks out now, you'll get a cracking view.